pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Corman? Ms. Palmer?
Here.
Mr. Person?
Here.
Mr. Prince?
Here.
Ms. Breyer? Mr. Zwicker?
Here.
Mr. Taylor?
Here.
Roll call, Mr. Mayor, 2 absent.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Mr. Zwicker.
Yeah, I move we excuse the absent council members.
Second. Been moved by Mr. Zwicker, seconded by Mr. Prince, that council excuse council members Corman and Breyer. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. First item on the agenda is a special proclamation. Mr. Covington.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to read this proclamation. Whereas the office of the municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, and whereas the office of the municipal clerk is the oldest among public servants, and whereas the office of the municipal clerk provides the professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of government at other levels, and whereas municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all. And whereas the municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and community. And whereas municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the municipal clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of their state, province, county, and international professional organizations. And whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of the municipal clerk, now therefore I, Dennis Law, Mayor of the City of Renton, do hereby proclaim the week of May 5th through the 11th, 2013 to be Municipal Clerks Week in the City of Renton, and further extend appreciation to our municipal clerk, Bonnie Walton, and to all municipal clerks for the vital services they perform and their exemplary dedication to the communities they represent. The witness whereof I've hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Renton to be affixed this 6th day of May, 2013. Signed by you, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
I enthusiastically move that this proclamation be adopted as read.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Taylor, seconded by Ms. Palmer, that this proclamation be adopted as read. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And it's my honor to present this proclamation to Bonnie, and on behalf of the council, to thank you for the wonderful job you do for the City of Renton and our citizens. Thank you. Okay, we're moving on to a special presentation to the Renton Fire Department from the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
Mr. Mayor, council members, my name is Colin Durkins. Last name is spelled D-I-E-R-C-K-I-N-S. I live in Seattle. And I just wanted to present this plaque to Renton Fire Local 864 for the 2012 Field the Boot efforts to Chief Peterson for the total of $8,489. The IAFF, they've been huge supporters of the MDA since actually 1954. The total has crossed the $500 million mark as of last year, and without them, we truly couldn't do a lot of the research and services that we provide to our clients for free. So I think the MDA and myself owe a great deal of gratitude to the Renton Fire Local. And I just want to make note, we just held a Renton lockup program at the Renton Harley dealership a couple weeks ago, and Councilmember Marcy was there, Marcy Palmer. And I want to thank you for attending, and thank you for the city for just supporting the MDA and all of our efforts. So, Chief Peterson, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Colin.
Members of the council, Mark Peterson, Fire Chief, and I humbly accept this award on behalf of the Fire Department and Local 864. It's just another example of our firefighters going out and doing some fundraising to give back to their community. And not only have they raised the money for the MDA program, but they raised a passer goal of over $26,000 for the Lymphoma Society as part of the stair climb. So it's, again, the firefighters giving back to their community. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And we're very proud of the work they do. And boy, as many years as I can think back, they've been out there collecting money for MDA. So
they do a great job, very enthusiastic about it. So, Colin, thank you very much for being here tonight. Okay, administrative report, Mr. Covington.
No report tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, we're moving on to audience comment. We have a couple people signed up to address the council. When I call your name, please come to the podium, give your name and city of residence for the record, and you have 5 minutes. First is Carolyn and Jerry Bynum. Bynum.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing us this time today. And my name is Carolyn Bynum. I live in the city of Renton, Washington, B-Y-N-U-M, my last name. And I have a petition here that I have solicited around the neighborhood. We have 100 signatures, and I have a little reading here, if I may read this. Okay, it says, please accept this petition and packet of information presented, and I'll present it to the council people on behalf of the Renton community. I, Carolyn Bynum, have been a resident of my Renton community for 3 years. We have been pursuing the installing of a traffic light and crosswalk at the corner of Northeast 4th and Queen for 3 years. There is a Metro bus stop directly across these corners where this intersection is located. Where we get off the bus every day, we are forced to take unsafe measures in order to cross on the other side of the street through this busy traffic and standing in the median where cars are going past the speed limit more than 35 miles an hour until we feel we are able to cross. Our other option is to go 2 blocks on either direction from the bus stop on Northeast 4th. One is Union and the other end would be Monroe in order to cross. That's 2 blocks away from the bus stop, just to get across the street to our apartment. Many of our residents, which include adults, seniors, teenagers, and young children, put their lives at risk every day in hopes that one day no one will be killed before we see any positive results in our community. We ask, why is there no traffic light across or crosswalk to help us cross the street when we get off the bus? And just on Thursday, the 2nd of this month, 2 teenagers got severely hit. One teenager had their body part hurt, and then their head had a concussion. The other brother was just minorly hit. One was sent to Harborview, the other one was sent to another hospital. And I have all that information in these packets here. So this is the original. I don't know, should I give somebody the original?
Yeah, the city clerk can take that from you, and
Okay.
if necessary, if you wanted to keep it, we can make copies of it and give you
I
back
have
the original.
copies.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and do
Mr.
you want me
Mayor?
to give this to the,
We appreciate you coming down. We know that'd be great. She'll handle those out. We're very aware of that accident, and we have our traffic engineers and our police department reviewing that intersection, and so we'll be getting back to the community about whatever we find and to discuss this, because we've had a number of people that have raised concerns. The other thing about Northeast 4th is it's been on our plan for trying to deal with the heavy traffic that uses that corridor, and we're trying to figure out how we can make it more pedestrian and neighborhood friendly, because it's such a heavily used road. So that's been on our plans for some time. We're trying to get funding so that we can move forward with some improvements along that road. So we will be studying this, we'll be looking at it, and we'll make sure to get in touch with you to give you feedback. That'd be great. Mr. Taylor.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mayor. You're out in front of that. I'm glad to hear that. And the other thing I wanted to also express was thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Bynum, for bringing this to the council and for getting the signatures and for having that concern about safety in your community. Is this your first time at a council meeting here?
Yes.
Don't let it be your last. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate you doing this.
is there any way that we can keep up with what's going on?
Yes, if we have your contact information, we'll keep you,
okay.
we will keep you informed.
Thank you. I'd like
All right.
to come to more meetings.
Okay, more than welcome. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Next is Paul Olet.
Chairman. Paul Olet from Renton. I want to speak just a short time tonight about the library, but first I want, Mr. Taylor asked me to give you an update on my smart meters. I haven't talked about it in quite a long time. I thought I'd give you some good news, okay? Basically, my birds disappeared for about a period of 4 months, okay? And here about 3 weeks ago, it seems like I got a covey of sparrows coming, but in groups of coveys. So for the first time, I've had to buy some birdseed.
Hey, that's
okay?
good, that's good news.
So I don't know the answer to that. I met with engineers upstairs. They don't know, and I don't know.
Well, we appreciate you giving us that feedback. That's great.
Yeah, but I know they disappeared for 4 months, all right?
Vacation.
Okay. I want to talk a little bit tonight about the library issue, and I know that I'm not interested to review the council actions or anything like that, okay? Because the decision was made on Monday to approve the schematic drawing as they were. Okay. Mr. Covington said that the staff administration considered the KCLS submittals of 29 April to be adequate for 100% design submittal. That's fine. Then why is it that it cannot be used as intake documents for the land use submittals and environmental reviews that were rejected on March 26th? It's also significant that Miller Hull asked for additional compensation to complete the schematic documents and submittal per the Miller Hull memo RES2 of April 25. Basically what they say is revisions and resubmittal of 3 environmental permits for the city of Renton. This includes time to revise contents of all the required documents and drawings to reflect the 19,500 footprints, okay? Well, that's fine. I'm sure that there'll be some new bill for it, and we'll be paying for it. That's okay. But my purpose here tonight is to talk about the one issue that all the citizens have tried to incorporate into this design for a long, long time. As you recall, it's the issue of the entrance, okay? Since the schematic documents must be revised, my purpose here is to urge the council members to direct the administration to assure that KCLS and Miller Hull incorporate the additional entrance from the vestibule and airlock that is proposed and all across the hardscape, connecting the bridge to the building slab. Miller Hull proposed that in their presentation of April 15th, that's the additional piece of slab. Mr. Corman suggested that additional entrance be incorporated into the design at the last meeting. If not at the center of the bridge, it still gives direct access to Liberty Park. This is controversial, obviously. Unless it is incorporated now, by direction, it will only show you how it can be done. As a matter of, and the thing that I want to point out was the statements made by KCLS and the paycheck were misleading, saying that the bracing are in the way and it cannot be done. Because if you look at the design, the bracing goes from the top of the column to the center of the span. And there is space. If I put this on, like that. Haha, got it. All right, focus. Focus, focus, focus. There, focus on this thing.
The Y or T, the W or T.
There we go. Here we go, right there. As you can see, the vestibule right now, the way it's proposed, it does not go to the column line B, the B line, okay? And the bracing, as you show it, it goes from the column down to the center of the span, okay? If the vestibule is moved out to the column line where it was in the initial May drawings, that's where the vestibule was, at that column line. By simply moving it over, there is space underneath the bracing, which is shown here. Upside down?
Yeah, upside down. There you go.
Okay. Right over here, you see, there is space there to put in up to an 8'6" door, okay, underneath the bracing. And that would accomplish the extra entrance to the bridge and give access to Liberty Park. It's a very sensible thing. It's been laid out by AutoCAD, and very, very easy to do, okay? we would propose that unless it is incorporated by direction from the council, that it will fall through the cracks. It so happens that at least at the last meeting, okay, I made that statement already, that the bracing will not be able. It may not accommodate a 9-foot door, but the others are all 9 foot, but at least an 8'6" door would fit there very easily. If the council members were able to direct the administration to find an additional $1.5 million to increase the footprint, it seems appropriate to me, without a motion, it seems appropriate to me that a direction from the council to administration to assure that Miller Hall and KCLS consider this in their schematic design.
And they are considering that. We've asked them to consider it, and they are considering that. We haven't heard back, but they are considering that. They know
Very
it's
good.
our desire,
That-
and so
that's
that's
what
part,
we were hoping
that was
that-
part of the council's action last week.
Oh, it was? I guess I missed, I did not hear.
That was included in the action last week.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that's important, because without really very much additional cost at all, it really solves one of the major issues.
We agree. So if there's a way to do it, they're going to get back to us.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Appreciate that.
thank you. Next is consent agenda. We have 7 items for the council to consider. Are there any items the council member would like pulled for discussion?
Seeing none, Mr. Mayor, I move the consent agenda be adopted as presented. Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Person, seconded by Mr. Zwicker, that council approve the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Unfinished business, Ms. Palmer.
No unfinished business,
Okay,
Mr.
Mr.
Mayor.
Person?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have 3 reports from 2 different committees.
Finance Committee report, approval of claims and payroll vouchers. The Finance Committee approves for payment on May 6, 2013, claim vouchers 320361 through 320644, 3 wire transfers and 1 payroll run with benefit withholding payments totaling $5,317,228.54. And payroll vouchers include 721 direct deposits and 53 payroll checks totaling $1,553,359.41. This is signed by the committee vice chair and substitute member.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Person.
I move the Finance Committee report be adopted as read. Second.
Been moved by Mr. Person, seconded by Mr. Zwicker, that council approve the Finance Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Finance Committee report, Title V Code Amendment, Entertainment Device License Fee Amendment. The Finance Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to approve amendments to Title V Finance and Business Regulations of Renton Municipal Code as follows. 1. Housekeeping items. A. Create a common definition section 5-1-1 which applies to all chapters under Title V. This also requires renumbering of sections in Chapter 1. B. Consolidate, move Section 5-1-9 fee schedule into 5-1-2 miscellaneous fees, which was repealed by Ordinance 5509. C. Other changes for consistency purposes and to clarify RCW references. 2. Entertainment device tax license fee amendment. A. Add a maximum amusement license fee by location of $3,000 per year. B. Increase criminal penalty if convicted from $500 to $1,000 in addition to potential imprisonment for violation of licensing requirements. The committee further recommends that the ordinance regarding this matter be presented for first reading. This is signed by the committee vice chair and substitute member.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Person.
I move the council adopt the committee report. Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Person, seconded by Mr. Zwicker, that council approve the Finance Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Okay, Public Safety Committee report. Photo Enforcement Program modifications. The Public Safety Committee recommends concurrence with the staff recommendation to approve the modification of the Police Department's Photo Enforcement Program. The modifications of the program will include the removal of the school zone camera at Renton High School and expansion of the current program to include additional red light cameras at the intersection of 108th Avenue Southeast and Southeast 176th, which is Benson and Petrovitsky, and an additional school zone speed cameras at 3 elementary schools, Honeydew, Cascade, and Benson Hill. This is signed by the committee chair and member.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Person.
we had a presentation in the public safety meeting by the police department, and they showed quite a reduction in the amount of speeding in the school zones, and especially in the red light cameras over the years, and it starts almost immediately. So this is going to be good, and they've checked out all the schools, elementary schools, and these are the schools where there seems to be a major speeding problem. So with that, I move the council concur in the recommendation of the Public Safety Committee.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Person, seconded by Ms. Palmer, that council concur with the Public Safety Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Prince.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Zwicker.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Taylor.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, Community Services has a community committee report.
Community Services Committee Report, 2013 Neighborhood Project Grant Applications. The Community Services Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to approve the following 2013 Neighborhood Project Grant Awards. 1, La Crosse Homeowners Association, create a social meditation and reflection area in their community garden, $1,965. 2, Talbot Hill Neighborhood Association, revitalize the area around the entrance, improve the signage, and add seating for visitors that walk the area, $2,010. 3, Maplewood Neighborhood Association, erect a bus shelter for the school children to protect them from the fall and winter elements, $1,592. This report is signed by the 3 committee members.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
I got real excited when I saw this a bunch of this batch of grant application approvals. It's wonderful to see the creativity from our different neighborhoods that surfaces when they've been given a free hand to collaborate amongst themselves and determine what's good for their communities. And in particular, the La Crosse Homeowners Association, just think about that, a social meditation and reflection area in their community garden. I like to go and check that out one day. One of the other ones that just pulls right my heartstrings is the Maplewood Neighborhood Association erecting a bus shelter for school children to protect them from the fall and winter elements. I think that's going to gain a lot of popularity around the city. So kudos to these homeowner associations and for the program. And with that, I move that council adopt the Community Services Committee report.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Taylor, seconded by Ms. Palmer, that council concur with the Community Services Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Moving on to resolutions and ordinances, we have one ordinance for first reading.
The ordinance regards the entertainment device license fees and Title V revisions. An ordinance of the City of Renton, Washington, amending Section 48110 of Chapter 8 permits general and appeals of Title IV development regulations, Chapter 1 fee schedule, Section 571 of Chapter 7 entertainment device tax, and Chapter 8 gambling tax of Title V finance and business regulations of City Code, renaming Chapter 1 definitions and fee schedule, adding definitions for Title V, adding a Section 5-1-2 fee schedule adopted, renumbering Section 5-1-8 airport fuel flowage fees as 5-1-3, eliminating Sections 514 through 519, renaming Chapter 7 as entertainment device license, revising and revising the definition of entertainment device, and amending regulations regarding entertainment device license fees and gambling taxes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Person.
I move the ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Person, seconded by Mr. Zwicker, that this ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to new business, Ms. Palmer.
Yes, the Transportation Aviation Committee will meet this Thursday, which is May 9th, from 4 to 5 in the council conference room. 2 items on the agenda: LED conversion of city-owned streetlights interlocal agreement, and the second is emerging issues in transportation, a briefing only. And then on Friday, May 10th, at 1 o'clock, we're going to meet in the lobby, and the Transportation Committee is going to go on a tour of transportation projects. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Person.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Monday, May 13th at 5 p.m., the Finance Committee will meet in the council conference room. 2 subjects, LED street lighting conversion project financing, and our Iron Mountain lease amendment.
Okay, and would you like to do committee of the whole?
Well, I guess we do committee of the whole, too. And the committee of the whole will meet next Monday, May 13th at 6 o'clock in the 7th floor conferencing center, 1 subject, legislative update.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Prince?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the Utilities Committee meeting for May 13th has been canceled.
Okay. Mr. Zwicker?
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, and Mr. Taylor?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, Community Services Committee will be meeting May 13th from 5:30 to 6 p.m. There are 2 items on our agenda. One is the Shepherd appointment to the Municipal Arts Commission, and second item is Park Rules and Regulations revision, and that is all, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to audience comments. Anybody that want to address the council?
Howard McComber, I live in the Renton Highlands. I'd just like to not make the meeting any longer than I can help it. I'm going to be on a crusade for affordable housing in the city of Renton. We need more affordable housing. I'd like to announce as a real estate agent and as a bunch of other folks that the big recession, while it's not over, our housing market is just as hot as a firecracker right now. We don't have enough houses to sell, which means that we have a tremendous pent-up demand. This is going to be seen with a lot of housing on the higher price level. There's going to be a lot of building. There is right now. There's a lot of activity. But on the lower end, we lack the activity. I'm personally working on it. I think we'll have groups that'll be working on it because we need to have affordable housing. I know we're going to come up with some ideas for homeless housing because we need that in this area. We don't have enough of. On the bottom end, affordable is 40%, the bottom 40% of the income bracket. And there just isn't enough housing being built. So we'll be back giving you ideas and working with you as we can. Want to help any way that I can in that. And I'm getting great support from the city staff who've been working with us. And we'll just see what we can do about changing that and getting more housing for the folks who need it, who are not affluent. Thank you.
Thank you. What's the wish of the council?
We adjourn. Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Zwicker, seconded by Mr. Person, that we adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.